You don't think Lil Baby can demand what he wants? Do you not think Drake can demand what he wants? When you create value for yourself, when you create value for yourself, you don't have to try to prove yourself to anybody. Hey, what up, y'all, man? Welcome to Relating with Josh. If this is your first time over here, definitely make sure you show the channel some love so we can get it going in the algorithm. I definitely appreciate that. So a man should never prove himself. You should be the proof. So let me explain. So growing up as little boys, we have especially as boys, our egos are very huge. So we always are in the mode where we feel like we gotta prove ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the high school days when it's like, man, you still ain't smashed yet. You know what I'm saying? You gotta prove yourself that you can get girls, or you gotta always prove that you can fight, or it's sports. So with us boys, it's always a lot of testosterone. But what happens is, if we don't know no better, we take that same approach and we start to use it with women, because in other aspects of our life, we've always had to prove ourselves. I always had to prove myself because I always felt like I came up short. So now what I'm doing with the woman is trying to beg her to get a date, trying to beg her to come kick it with me, trying to text her all day, trying to call her all day, because I don't know any better. And when it comes to women, if women want a leader, so therefore you should not be trying to prove yourself to her, but you got to prove yourself to yourself. When you look at any top people in any industry, right? Whether it's Denzel in the acting world, whether it's LeBron in the basketball world, or Tom Brady in the football world, or Patrick Mahomes, wherever, Lil Baby in the music industry, when you look at these men, what they all have in common is they built their value up to, you know what I'm saying, to where they are the proof. So do you think when people come to them with contracts that they can't demand what they want? You don't think Lil Baby can demand what he wants? Do you not think Drake can demand what he wants? Do you not think LeBron can demand what he wants? So when the key is value. When you create value for yourself, when you create value for yourself, you don't have to try to prove yourself to anybody. Therefore, when a woman comes into my arena, you're going to see that I'm already the proof. So what value can you bring to me? Same thing when these guys are in contract negotiations. They're gonna take the best offer for them. Usually it's gonna be, oh, I'm taking the most money, or I want some equity, or I want this. But you're gonna take the best option to you because you have options, because you are the proof. You have to benefit me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the value, because I'm the best version of myself. So the same thing with women. A lot of us guys, man, we get so caught up in, dang, man, I gotta prove myself. I gotta prove that I'm number one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call all the time, send a good morning text. That's what every other guy is doing. I mean, if that's what you wanna do, go ahead and do that. But that's what every other guy is doing. Every other guy is hitting her up, trying to be validated, because why? He doesn't have no self-worth or no self-value. And it all goes back to mindset. You gotta have the mindset that, you know what I'm saying, what can you do for me? Because a woman wants a leader, right? So if a woman wants a leader, you have to know how to lead. You got to know, you like a GPS, you have to know where you're going. But how can she do that if you're trying to prove yourself to her? Now she has to lead. She has to buy into your program. You know what I'm saying? So you telling me she just gotta look good. So she ain't gotta cook or nothing. She ain't gotta be feminine. She ain't gotta invest in you. No. How can you make my life easier? You know what I'm saying? Or no, I get it. You want a woman in your life that bad to where you'll take anything. Why? Because you have no value. And I heard something this morning. I heard this quote saying basically you'll never lose money chasing your purpose or your focus or mission in life, but you'll always lose money chasing women. And that's so true. It's like when you focus on yourself, people have to conform to you. But when you make women your purpose and you're worried about girls all day and all week and chasing them and calling and texting and staring them down and going to the gym just to look at them, when you do that, you're wasting energy that you could be using to put into yourself to get better, to now get the woman that you really want. And that's the way you gotta operate. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't be spending time trying to prove yourself. And like I said, it's hard because we was taught that growing up. You know, growing up, it's like, oh man, you gotta pursue her, you gotta chase her, you know, you gotta buy her flowers, you gotta do this. And that's not really what women like. They might say they like that, but that's not what they respond to. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the little babies and the Kobe's and the LeBrons, they can demand what they want. You know what I'm saying? They have an abundance mindset. They know, like, look, I have this much value, so I require this. They have standards. That's what it goes to, having standards. You gotta have standards for yourself. But to do that, you gotta put the work in and become a better you. What's your thinking habits like? What's your self-talk like? Do you talk to yourself crazy? How do you talk to yourself? You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay it. Do you meditate? Do you go to the gym and take care of yourself? How does your swagger look? Do you feel good about yourself? You know what I'm saying? What's your self-image like? How do you see yourself? What's your goals? Is your goals only to get the 10, the dime? I just want a dime. I just want a bad beat. So that's some things you got to think about. Don't ever try to prove yourself as a man. Become the proof. When you become the proof, then you don't got to prove yourself. She has to prove herself to you. So guys, that's my video for today, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.